So today we are going to be looking at the McCall MacBain scholarship. This scholarship is at McGill University and it's for those that want to start either the summer or the winter semester in 2027 in Canada. Now the scholarship is going to be covering your full tuition fee for the entire duration of your master's or professional program. You're going to be getting a living stipend of 2,300 Canadian dollars per month during the academic term. You're going to be getting a one-time relocation grant for moving to Montreal because McGill University is located in Montreal. They are also going to be getting beginner to advanced French language courses offered through McGill. Because Montreal is a French-speaking part of Canada, even though your courses is going to be in English, you're going to just get the opportunity to also get a language course that is offered in French. Now, scholars not pursuing an academic term during the summer may apply for up to 5,000 Canadian dollars to pursue meaningful summer initiative. This is how the scholarship will be distributed. They're going to be giving up to 30 fully funded scholarship and 100 finalists will be offered some scholarship also. So how it's broken down to, there's the Canadian applicants and there's the international applicants. I'm going to be focusing on the international applicants. Now they have, for the international applicants, they have 10 McCall MacBain scholarship that is fully funded. That means everything I just spoke about before. 10 international applicants are going to be getting that. Then 25 finalist award of 20,000 Australian dollars per year for up to 2 years will also be given. So after those 10 people that will be getting what I just mentioned, 25 that reach the final stage will be given 20,000 Canadian dollars every year for up to 2 years once they are schooling at McGill. Then the remaining 15, they'll be getting what they call regional awards. So 15 will get an award of 10,000 Canadian dollars tenable at any public university in Canada. So that is what they are offering, the McCall MacBain scholarship. This is what they are offering. Now, how do you apply for the McCall MacBain scholarship? I already told you about what the scholarship offer. What are they looking for? They are looking for candidates with exceptional character. Now you can always click the drop down menu to see what they mean by this. Why is that? Whenever you're writing your essay or your motivation letter, it will help you know how to tailor it to make yourself the candidate that they are looking for. They're looking for candidates with exceptional character, community engagement, leadership potential, entrepreneurial spirit, academic strength, and intellectual curiosity. Now, what is the eligibility criteria? You have to be eligible to apply for their 2027 cohort and you have to meet one of the following criteria. You are a current student on track to earn your bachelor's degree by latest August 2027, or you already earned your first bachelor's degree in the last 5 years. Your first bachelor's degree more than 5 years ago and were 30 years or younger on January 1st, 2026. You also have to meet the minimum degree and language requirements for the McGill master course that you want to apply for. Now, when is the application deadline? For international students, the application deadline is August 19th, 2026, and the application is currently open. I'll be putting the link in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and like this video. If you have subscribed, thank you guys, and thank you for always sticking around. Now, let's look at the application timeline. The application, as I already said the application for McCall MacBain scholarship is currently open. For international students, it is June to August. Then after you have applied for the McCall MacBain scholarship, in October to December, you have to apply separately for McGill program. Then by October to December, you cannot attend regional interviews if you are selected. So let's see how to apply for the McCall MacBain scholarship. Once you click on the application overview, you are going to be seeing the application resources. So they are expected to see you apply. They are giving you some tips. So when you are writing, they say clear writing will help you get your point across. Try and keep your sentences short, avoid unnecessary words, and use active vibes. The thesaurus is not your friend. You can read your essays out loud to hear what they sound like. More importantly, they're advising you that you should be yourself and you will need to confirm that your application is your own work and has not been edited by anyone else. While you can seek general advice from people, they want you to tell your story in your own words. Now your application may show that you have room to grow in one or more areas outlined in their selection criteria. I showed you the selection criteria. Don't worry, that's normal and expected. Think about the McCall MacBain scholarship as a chance for you to build on your existing strengths and address those areas that are less comfortable for you. Now, another thing that I forgot to mention is that if you get the McCall MacBain scholarship, you're also going to be getting other benefits. For example, during your second year, you have to you have to travel to another part of Quebec in Canada so that you have what they call place-based learning. So you're going to be leaving Montreal and you're going to be traveling maybe to Quebec City or other areas in Quebec so that you go and learn in a different place. You also be getting leadership development seminars, right? You'll be getting seminars that is going to be challenging your beliefs, that is going to be building you up to be a very good leader. So there's a lot of benefits in this McCall MacBain scholarship. Now, this is how to apply. This is just showing you what, when you click on the apply page, what you are going to be entering, the information you are going to be entering. So you can just use this, you can use this one to prepare your document down so that once you click on the apply button, you already know what to write. So you are going to be entering your personal information, obviously, your family name, current and previous education, languages spoken, and the rest. You are going to be entering your academic and career interest. So I'm going to be showing you how to check for your programs at McGill University, how to see if you meet the eligible requirements so that you will enter that when you are applying for this scholarship. Now you can list up to 5 McGill programs in this session. You can list up to 5 McGill programs that you think you are interested in and you want to be selected in. Now you can also list other program of interest. So the McCall MacBain also covers some graduate and professional programs that are outside of McGill. So it doesn't have to be at McGill University, because you know that if you did not get the fully funded and if you also did not get the 20,000 for 2 years, the third scholarship they are offering is 10,000 Canadian dollars for you to school at any university in Canada. It doesn't have to be McGill. That's why they are saying that you can list other graduate and professional programs outside of McGill, so that if you do not get the first scholarship, if you do not get the second one, you can get the third one. Now, if you have to take a standardized, if you are already taking a standardized admission test like CASPA, DAT, GMAT, GRE that is required for admission to the McGill program you are considering, you can include that information. Then you also include up to 3 career interests that you are interested in. The next one is your activities. You'll be asked to share your community activities, extracurricular activities, work history, and any breaks you have taken. They want to understand more about you and how you spend your time outside the classroom. So in this aspect, they are asking you, they want to get to know you outside of education, because you know a lot of scholarship application is just your GPA, your this, your that. Just talk about things you enjoy doing outside of classroom, community activities, anything you enjoy doing, talk about that, even your work history. Now, generally, you'll be asked for activities or experiences that occurred within the last 5 years. Some of these activities and experiences may overlap. Now, you can give up to 4 community engagement activities, including campus activity, up to 3 intellectual, academic, or creative work you have created or co-created. You have 5 co-op terms and activity during breaks between academic years if you graduated in 2021 or later, and just other information like paid work experience and the rest. Remember, there is no right set of activities. You just want to know more about your responsibilities, your accomplishment, and your motivation. Just be yourself and believe that what you have is enough and write it well. Yeah. Now, your activities do not need to be related to the academic interest you are applying for. Then you will need to provide verifiers for your campus or community activities, 1 leadership experience and 1 volunteer role. A verifier is someone who can verify your involvement. So let your verifier know our selection committee or staff may contact them. So if you talk about maybe your involvement in a community activity, you have to put a name of someone that can verify that you were involved there. So you have to let them know about that. So that's why they're doing it, so that people do not just fake something that they have done. Now, for your next one is your references. You must have 2 reference forms completed before the application deadline. The first one is 1 academic reference from someone who knows your academic work well, and a community reference from someone who knows your community work well. You have to add, once you add your referees information, if you click send to recommender, it will send it to them and they will now fill it in. Now these are questions that you can ask: how to pick a good academic referee and how to pick a good community reference. So you should fill that. Make sure that your reference letters are completed on time. And these are the questions they'll be asking your referees. So you can also click that and check them so that you will know what they're asking. Now the reference letter can only be submitted in English or French. Now let me go back. There are other information for submitting your reference, but please make sure you read that. Now for the endorsement, there's something called the endorsement process, and it's different from Canadian applicants and international applicants. I'm going to be focusing on international applicants. Now international applicants must seek endorsement if they are current students or recent graduates. Now what does that mean? International applicants who graduated in 2023 or earlier from a Canadian university or a participating university abroad can apply directly without endorsement. Now, how will you know if you graduated from a participating university? Just scan this QR code. If your university is not there, then you did not graduate from a participating university. But if your university is there, you graduated from a participating university and you do not need an endorsement. However, international applicants that do not attend a Canadian or participating university abroad must seek endorsement from their university regardless of the year of graduation. This is just them endorsing that you graduated from that university the year, and there will be other information. Now you can also attend. If you are confused about anything, I will advise that you register for the information session here. So once you click on register for the information session, you are going to see, just click on filter by language. You want an English session and an online event, right? And I'm going to be showing you the available sessions that are there. So we have one on Wednesday, July 15th for the McCall MacBain scholarship application workshop. Here you can ask any question you want about this information. On July 17th, there's another one for the Sub-Saharan Africa information session for the McCall scholarship. So these are ways that you can ask questions. If you have any questions that you don't understand, you can ask them. Now let's go back. After you have worked on the endorsement, then we have the short answer and essay. Remember, this is what your application form is going to look like. Tell them one activity or pursuit you used to dedicate a significant amount of time to but no longer do. Make sure you take note of the character count. So they have 105 characters maximum. Now tell them 2 goals you are currently working towards outside your academic pursuits. Tell them 3 things about you, and tell them about who you are that you have not come across in the rest of your application. So there is something about you that you have. If somebody reads your application, they will not know that about you. Now for the short essay questions, they say think of it as an opportunity to reflect on who you are. Tell them about your goals, your influences, meaningful experience, and significant course correction. And there are other information that they want to share. So the questions are: tell them about your community or how communities have influenced you, and if relevant, how they shape the choices you have made so far in your post-secondary part. 225 words maximum. The B is describe why you have chosen the specific McGill programs listed in the interest section and how you hope the programs will lay the foundation for your long-term goals and aspirations. Don't look at it like you're trying to be rigid or program your answer. They already told you earlier, be yourself. You can tell when somebody is not being himself. Now there are other questions there. They are talking about your volunteer roles and stuff, but not to make this video long. You can get back on it and read it yourself. Then you will need to submit your resume, and they want only a 1-page resume. You need your transcripts, and yes, there are other informations for what your transcript should be. And then you have to sign a waiver and a confirmation, a fee waiver. So you'll be asked to sign an application waiver and review required documents and fields that may be missing. Then you can now submit it. And if you are called, you now come for the interview date. Now let's go back and let me show you how to select schools. So October to December, you have to apply for the McGill program, but also for the regional interview. So if you pass the first stage of the McCall MacBain scholarship, you also be asked to, you'll be invited for regional interviews, which should take place between October to December. So you can also use that one to see if you are invited for interview. You can go ahead and now apply, or depending on the time of your interview, you just apply first. So first thing I'll do is, let's click on the interview date, right? So once you click on the interview date, this is the dates that we see. Now, after careful evaluation of submitted application, more than 250 candidates will be invited for the regional interviews in October and November. Now, for international candidates, that will depend on your region. So for Africa, for Middle East, North Africa and Central Asia, you start getting invited for regional interviews. The interview should take place by October 14th to 15th. So you should have gotten invited for that beforehand. Now for Sub-Saharan Africa, it's going to be between October 21st to 22. So you can wait to see if you are being invited for regional interviews before you go ahead and apply. Now, I will also show you how to apply for, or how to check if you are eligible for the McGill program, so that you can put that when you are applying for your McCall McGill scholarship. So once you just do, you just click on eligible McGill programs. Once you do that, it's going to take you to this page. Now, it's going to take you to this page, right? Now in this page, you can see that more than 150 fields of study are covered, right? They also cover second entry professional undergraduate degree. So if you want to do something, a professional undergraduate degree like MDCM, medicine, dentistry and the rest, they cover it. Now they don't cover graduate certificate, executive master's program like EMBA, PhDs, part-time program. They do not cover that. So what you now do is that you click on explore McGill master's program. Once you click on it, it's going to take you to this page. So these are the pages, right? You browse by faculty. So I'll be clicking on the DeSautel's Faculty of Management. So once I click on that, it's going to take me to this page. Now in this page, I'm just going to be clicking on business administration. So they cover an MBA. So you click on program description. Once you do that, it's going to take you to this page. You read everything about the description, the features. You can also click on the program's website. Let's click on the program's website. This is the program website. This is the overview. Admission. Let's check the admission. So you can now check the application requirements. For this particular course, you need a 2 years work experience, letter of reference, official transcripts. Then you have to have completed a GMAT or a GRE. Then your English proficiency too. I'm going to be showing you that later. Then you have 3 essays, interviews and the rest. So if you see that you're interested in this course and you see that you have and you meet all the requirements, you can see the other academic requirements and what you need to apply for the course. Then and you're interested in it, you can pen it down as one of the courses that you'll be applying for in your McCall MacBain scholarship. Remember that you can put up to 5 courses there. Same applies for any other course you can do. So you can just go back and keep checking and you can put all the courses you are interested in, right? Now, how do we now check for education credentials and grade? This is just to see if you meet the educational credentials and grade equivalents of McGill University, right? So you are just going to put your country. Let me put Nigeria. So if you're applying for a master's program, you need a 4 years bachelor or equivalent, and they also give information on the grading scale or minimum admission requirements. So just put your own country just for you to understand your own grading scale as compared to their own. Then the next we are going to be looking at is the English language proficiency for McGill University. So now you can show a proof of, you do not need to submit a test if number one, you have obtained an undergraduate degree or a graduate degree from a recognized institution in Canada or the US, or you have obtained an undergraduate degree or a graduate degree from a recognized foreign institution where English is the language of instruction. So if you were taught in English, you do not need to submit an English test. Or if you have lived or be employed in a place for at least 4 consecutive years in a country where English is acknowledged as the primary language. So if you miss one of these, which Nigerians already do, you do not need to submit the TOEFL, IELTS and the McGill certificate of proficiency in English. But if you do not miss one of these, and if you have one of these English tests, you can go ahead and submit. So another thing you can do is, when you come to the McCall MacBain's program, you can check on the scholars. So these are the 2026 scholars of McCall MacBain. They got it last year. You can read their bio. You can just have a feel for them and read their bio and read everything about them. Now we'll now go back to the main this thing. You can also read their frequently asked question and answer just to understand some things. I always recommend that people read this. There are just some information you get that you may not get in the website. Now once you're ready to apply, you click on apply now. It's going to take you to this page. So you just create your account if this is your first time. Create your account. If this is your first time, remember that the up part is English, the bottom part is French. So you just enter the information here and continue, and then you're ready to apply. I already showed you everything you need to answer in the application document, so you can even get that ready before you go ahead and go to the application website. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, guys. I wish you success in your scholarship application.